Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today's Wednesday, March 3rd, 2010. Hope y'all are doing great. Just going to jump right into it. If this is your first time watching these videos, you're going to want to click on the link right above it that says, if this is your first time visiting this blog, read this first. I urge you to click that link and read that long page because it's going to give you the rules of the system. I want you to read that and kind of get familiar with it. Because really, if you're watching these videos without reading the rules first, you will get lost and you're going to have a lot of questions. Because in these videos, I don't really talk about the rules of the system. Assuming you have a basic knowledge of it, and I'm just talking about the application of it. So it's good if you read it first and then get the rules and then come back, and these videos are going to make a lot more sense. So that's just my little disclaimer so that you don't waste the whole time watching these videos wondering what in the world is going on. But for those of you who are returning, I just want to welcome you back. Thank you for sticking with the videos, and hopefully it's helping with your trading, because that's really the point of it, and hopefully your trading is getting better, because otherwise, what would be the use of these videos, right? So anyways, let's just jump right into it. I have my 15-minute and my 4-hour chart open, and I'll move it back to before midnight so you can see what it looked like. Now, we've had this nice long downtrend for quite some time now. The most recent trend change candle was back on the 23rd of February, and since then, at the start of our day, there were no new trend change candles. Therefore, our trend was still down, and we were only looking for short trades at the start of our day. Now, if I move forward, you can see that we had a crossover to the upside. This candle opened at 3 and closed at 7. RSI is just above 50. And stochastics are trending up. So this is a valid trend change candle. Again, it doesn't confirm until the candle actually closes, and it closes at 7 a.m. So at the time this candle closes at 7, I see, okay, a new trend change candle has formed. Now my trend has changed from down to up. And so after 7 a.m. On forward, I am looking only for long trades. And again, the trend just remains up the rest of the day. So to recap, up until 7 a.m. Eastern Time, I'm looking for short trades. After 7 a.m., I'm looking for long trades. Okay, that's really the only time it gets a little tricky is when there's a trend change candle in the middle of our session. Just remember that the trend doesn't officially change until the candle closes. And today, the trend change candle didn't officially close until 7. All right. So now I'm at my 15-minute chart. I moved it back to just before midnight so you can see what it looks like. And before I start moving forward, I'm going to take a look at my news events for the day, and you can just go to babypips.com, click on this tools tab, and it's going to automatically bring up the news events for the day, but just double check, make sure that it's March 3rd and that this time zone drop down bar is set to your correct time zone, because you really want to make sure that you have the right time, because we don't want to be in the news, we don't want to be in the market when news comes out. Okay. So we're looking for news that affects the sterling or the dollar because that's the currency pair we're trading. So we're just going to take a look at it right now. Let's see, 4:30 is the usual prime time for news. Official reserves for the sterling, that's out. 7 and 7:30, I know there's some U.S. stuff there, but that's not really that important. And then 8:15 is ADP employment change. That wasn't on there yesterday. Again, that was a last-minute update. So, again, always make sure you check the news. Don't just rely on what I put. Make sure you check the news before you start trading. Check your news schedules. Check multiple sources, too, just to make sure that you have the right times and the right events coming out. So, 8:15, 10 a.m. we had the ISM non-manufacturing composite, and 10:30 we had crude oil inventories. So quite a few news events, 4:30, 8:15, 10, and 10:30. Those were the times to watch out for. So really all I'm doing with that is I'm not worried about the actual numbers or the consensus or what everybody else is thinking is going to happen. I'm just jotting down the times on a notepad, and you can do the same thing or set some kind of alert because really you just want to know when they're coming out so that you can avoid being in the market at that time. Okay? So now that I have my news events handy, ready to start my day. Remember, at the start of my day, I know I'm only looking for short trades. So now I'm ready to begin. And I'll just move my chart forward one candle at a time so you can see what it looks like and get my thinking process along the way. So right in the very beginning at 12:30, we have a crossover to the short side. RSI is below 50. Stochastics are trending down. However, MACD was already negative from the candle before, so this candle cancels out the signal, and this makes it not a valid entry. So no entry here because MACD was already negative from the candle before. Okay, so no entry, and we just continue to watch the market, and you can see that price did move down there. But again, it wasn't a valid trade because our criteria wasn't met. Okay, there's 415, there's 430 news candle. Okay, we're continuing to watch it still. Again, just looking for short trades at this point. Now 6:45, this candle closes at 7. Now on my 4-hour chart, I will have noticed that new trend change candle has finally closed. So now from here on out, the trend has changed from down to up. At this point, I can now look for long trades, and I'm only looking for long trades after this point. All right, so now I'm still watching it, but this time I'm shifting my focus. Now I'm looking for a crossover to the upside. Here's 8:15 candle right there as news. Again, not much going on. There's 10 o'clock news candle, 10:15. There's 10:30 news candle, and that's the last news event for the day. And here at 10:45, this crosses over to the upside. RSI is above 50. Stochastics are trending up. MACD is negative and gaining value. So this is actually a valid signal candle. And again, we're already past news, so we're okay to trade. So you just want to enter at the close of the candle or as close to it as possible. In this case, it's 50.64. Our stop will be at the most recent swing low at 50.30. And our target will be in the near 0 or 50 level, which is at 5100. And again, if I'm in this trade past noon, I will just use my discretion to exit. But other than that, I'm ready to just move forward. So I'm just watching it. And here at 11:15, our target is hit. Now, it does make a clean break, so I'm just going to move my stop to 5100 and lock in those profits and set my next target for 5150. And unfortunately, on the very next candle, we do get stopped out at our initial target at 5100. So still, it's a win. Good trade, but that was pretty much it for the rest of the day. So we had one trade. Again, it wasn't until after the trend had changed that we saw the signal. Hopefully, your trading matched mine. But again, if you have any questions or comments, please post it on the blog or in the forums, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But that's pretty much it. Have a great day, and I will see you all on the next update. Cowabunga, dudes.